Hello again, this is Michelle from Strive for Success, and this is video number 2 of how to master your GCSE English. This time I thought I'd add my face, and hopefully we can give you the tips and tricks to make the English exams a breeze. Okay? Remember to press like and subscribe, share with any of your friends who might find it useful. There's so much information that I've got, so many model essays, model pieces of writing for your question 5s that, I'll be adding content all the time that will be really supportive. So yes, like I say, give us a like and a subscribe. So as I mentioned on video number 1, I am going to be looking at a range of different texts for your GCSE, and also looking at language paper 1 and language paper 2. And key to this is getting your question 5s right. Giving you lots of tips and support on that, and also making sure that you know what a good one looks like, how to write a piece of writing that's going to hit those top grades. And I'll be modelling, writing, and also sharing quality pieces with you. So this video is about something that people, some people can do without even thinking about it. Others, like me, have to really concentrate on getting it right, and that is punctuation. Yeah, tip 2, punctuation matters. It really does matter. Okay, it's super important if you want to make your writing clear, to make it engaging, things like the basics, starting sentences with capital letters, wrapping them up with a full stop or an exclamation mark, although don't use too many of those, or a question mark if you're asking a question. Rhetorical questions are always good to put, especially into your persuasive writing. Just try and keep things as grammatically sound as you possibly can. It's a small thing that you can do that really does make a big difference. If you're aiming for top marks, also throw in some fancy punctuation like colons, dashes, brackets, commas. These can boost the flow of your text and also improve the impact. Don't forget about paragraphing either. Whenever you switch topics, whenever you bring in a new idea, change a character, change what you're talking about, we need to have a new paragraph. Helps to keep things organised, makes it easier for the reader to follow along with what you're writing. Nail these basics, basically, because if you do, you'll see a really big improvement in how your writing comes across, and you'll see those grades start to climb. So let's look at the basic rules. Yeah, these are the ones we really need to focus on. Capital letters to start each sentence. We've been learning it since way back at the beginning of school, primary school. Also capital letters for people's names, places, branded products. Commas used to separate items in a list. And also we can use commas to embed a clause or after a fronted adverbial at the beginning of a sentence. Questions need to end with a question mark. And don't forget to use inverted commas for direct speech. Another thing, we can use colon at the beginning of a list. So here we have this week's workout. What I want you to do, be the teacher, spot and correct the errors. Short paragraph, quite a few errors, see if you can spot them. Okay, over to you. Did you get them all? Okay, we need a capital letter for Ben because it's a proper noun, it's his name. Missed out a full stop at the end of the first sentence, and also at the end of the second sentence too. Commas between screeching, screaming, swearing, it's triple, and we've got commas in between those. It's a listing device too, and a question mark at the end. Would this journey ever end? Rhetorical question, but it still needs a question mark. So just to reiterate, this is about getting it right. Getting your grammar, punctuation, and spelling right can make a massive difference, I always suggest to my pupils, check your work after every 3 sentences. Look for common mistakes. We all know the words that we tend to spell wrong. If there is a spelling that you consistently get wrong, learn the correct spelling. Make yourself a mnemonic if necessary, but also make sure you search for those errors, because you kind of do know which words can be tricky for you. Be savvy about sophisticated punctuation and how to use it. It can just, tip you into the next band in terms of your grades for punctuation, grammar, and spelling. Yeah, just make your handwriting as clear and legible as possible, because nothing annoys an examiner more than a piece that they just can't even read through, because the handwriting is just too shocking. Anyway, so here are some examples of using that higher level sophisticated punctuation. The waves, angry and fierce, rocked the small boat. So we've used commas there to around the embedded clause, angry and fierce. Extra information added into that sentence. It had been a long day, hot, sticky, frustrating and dull. So we've got a colon there before the list, and we've got commas to separate the items in the list. I wanted to run, my legs were jelly. So I've used a semicolon in the middle of that sentence. Both clauses could stand on their own, but they are linked. Yeah. The next one, Anne's heart pounded. There's an apostrophe used for possession, showing that the heart belongs to Anne. Okay, hope you've enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up, and if you'd like to subscribe, pass on to your friends. There's more coming soon. Okay, thanks very much.